What's the most annoying part of planning a Disney trip, besides paying for it? Getting up at 7 a.m. to book lightning lanes and dining reservations? No thanks. So why not let someone else handle all that? Royal Escapes Travel Company can book your Disney stays around the world for free. Yep, no extra cost to you. And it's not just the parks. Want to relax in Hawaii? They'll help you plan your trip to Aulani, a Disney resort and spa. Thinking about a Disney cruise? They've got that covered too. Not a Disney person? No problem. They can help with Universal vacations as well. For more information or to start planning, contact royalescapeskaren@gmail.com. From rides and restaurants to tours and all the little extras, let the team at Royal Escapes Travel Company take care of the details so you can just enjoy the magic.
Eating around Walt Disney World and calling it research? Yeah, we did that. This week we're reviewing Rose and Crown with outdoor seating and a fireworks view. No dining package required, because we like saving money when we can. Then we're over to Hollywood Brown Derby with Fantasmic Dining Package, because if you're spending money, you might as well do it right. We'll also break down our stay at the Jewelry Plaza Hotel near Disney Springs, worth it or just convenient. Plus news, construction updates across the parks, Buzz Lightyear blasting back open April 8th, Big Thunder rolling again in early May, and not-so-magical stomach bug hitting the Disney Adventure. All that and more on episode 248 of the Mickeyphile Podcast.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Mickeyphile Podcast. This is Scott. With me, as always, is my lovely wife, Karen.
Hello, everybody.
It is pretty much at the end of March.
Yes.
It's the last night of March that we will be in the country.
True.
There is that.
There is that.
We are doing another cruise.
We are.
Because why not?
Why not? When one comes available last minute, you just do it.
Yeah, and it happens to be our anniversary.
Correct.
So, yeah.
It worked out.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we're getting ready to go in just a few hours. We'll be leaving here in less than 12 hours.
Yes.
Leaving home, headed down to Fort Lauderdale to get on the Disney Dream.
Yes. It's almost a year ago that we were on it the first time.
Yeah, we were on it towards the end of like April 20th or something.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
I told you today, I actually don't really remember much about that ship. Mariana, that's what I remember.
Right. Well, we spent a lot of time in the concierge lounge.
Right. But we've been on the Fantasy twice in the last 4 months.
Yes.
So it's kind of hard for me to separate those two right now.
Right. And they are very similar.
Well, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's coming up.
Yes.
But in the meantime, in fact, this is probably going to get published from the cruise ship tomorrow. But anyway, that's what we're doing. So we've got some things to talk about. We've a couple weeks ago, we stayed at the Drury right there near Disney Springs, across the street, kind of.
Mm-hmm. On Hotel Plaza Boulevard.
Yeah. And 2 nights there.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a last-minute birthday trip, because we kind of just forgot.
Yeah, kind of forgot about my birthday.
We did. We kind of forgot about our anniversary.
Yeah.
Until the other day. We've been very busy.
Very busy. And it's just, things just, time gets away from you and all of a sudden you're like, oh, geez.
And I mean, like, it's not just, it's life. Like, we both changed jobs in the last 6 months.
Right.
Things have happened.
Yeah.
So we forgot about things that should be important.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Yeah.
We'll take care of that.
Exactly.
So we're going on a cruise. It's the typical 4-day. Nassau and Castaway Cay.
Yes.
Never been to either of those. Actually, we just talked about it. We haven't been on land in Nassau in 3 years.
Yeah. I think the last time was the first.
The last time was April 1st of
Right.
2023 that we got off the boat.
Right. And we weren't off the boat very long though.
No, we literally went in, found the first liquor store, got beer and a bottle of rum, and turned around and got back on the cruise ship because we had some kind of drink session.
Yeah, well, because we had
I don't remember if it was the beer one or what.
Yeah, because we had Palo brunch, and then we got off the ship, and then came back on, and then, it might have been, it may have been the chocolate one.
I don't think we were 45 minutes total.
Yeah.
But, anyway, we might get off Nassau. It's supposed to be raining, all week.
Yeah.
Which all over the place down there.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about the Drury. We're going to talk about Rose and Crown.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty cool thing happen there.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about Hollywood Brown Derby.
Yes.
First time that I have returned to that place since they got rid of the hamburger.
That's true, actually.
It is. So I think that means pre-COVID.
Possibly.
But so we did that because I'm not fighting the crowd for Fantasmic.
No.
Not ever.
No.
Not when all you have to do is eat lunch.
Yeah.
To avoid that.
Exactly.
So, anyway, there is a little bit of news. Not a lot. Disney kind of hit all the news last week.
Last week and the week before. They kind of dumped everything.
Yeah. And that makes sense because now we're crazy the last 2 weeks for spring break.
Spring break and Easter, yeah.
So, they didn't want to do that. Plus they got, I guess they hired some new people up at the top. I don't know.
They kind of shifted things around. I mean, jeez.
They dumped everything before the earnings call, which they do or not the earnings call, the annual meeting.
Right.
Shareholder meeting.
Right.
Which you do because you want that to be, and you want the stock to go up right when you're getting a new guy, which didn't happen, but that's okay.
Right.
So anyway, there's not a lot of news, but there are some things that happen, so let's talk about that.
Yep. So, Buzz Lightyear is reopening April 8th.
April 8th, so just about a week. 10 days, 9 days, whatever that is from today. We did a cast member preview.
Yes.
Last week. I guess it was last week.
It was a week ago, yeah. Week ago today.
Yeah, 20-something. 22nd, I guess.
22nd, yeah.
We will share about that, I guess, next week.
Yeah, before it actually opens. Yeah.
Barely before, but we will share about it before it opens.
Yeah. We did post some videos.
Posted some videos on Instagram and Facebook.
Right.
Some sneak preview kind of things.
Mm-hmm. I had fun.
It's a fun ride. I will say that. It's a fun ride. It doesn't feel as different as it kind of is, I guess.
Yes and no.
And I think part of that also is because we rode the one in Disneyland recently.
Right.
So
it made us forgot about
what it really was like here before, more or less.
Yeah.
But without getting too much into it, it's a very different ride, but not different at all.
Right.
Same but different.
Yeah. I'll give 2 thumbs up though.
Yeah. And they've apparently finished painting the outside of the building now.
Yes.
So I see. But that's cool.
Yeah. And Big Thunder Mountain is scheduled to open early May.
They are apparently testing it now during the daylight hours.
Yes.
I saw pictures of trains moving. They have been running it at night for a while.
Okay.
I don't think that's a big secret.
No.
Maybe it is. But it is no longer being run just at night.
Right.
So.
And they did say they're working on the queue right now too.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting.
Why?
Well, for one thing, you're going to be, when you're on the ride, able to see what's going on the other side of those walls. for one thing.
Yes.
For another thing is, I don't know, because of the construction walls, I'm very curious to see how people exit and enter the ride.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're going to come right through Tiana's to some degree.
Yeah.
You know, at least the front of Tiana's.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see how that works.
Yes, I'm interested to see.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll probably see it before I do, so.
I probably will have a pretty good idea of it next Saturday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, anyway, I guess we said it already, but
Yeah.
early May
Early
is what they are saying. That's as much as they're saying early May.
Right. So we're not sure what early May.
Oh, I mean, if you go past May 15th, it's no longer early, right?
Right.
So my guess would be, right? Somewhere in there?
Right. So.
Somewhere. I wonder if they'll do what they did with Guardians and open it like Memorial Day.
Well, but then
that's late May.
That's late May.
So never mind.
Yeah. That's what I figured they were going to do. Is they were originally, that was what I was thinking. They said May. I'm like, oh, they're doing it Memorial Day then. That would make sense.
They need to have that ride open before school gets out.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot that has disappeared from Magic Kingdom lately.
Yes.
In the last year.
Yes.
And again, I've said it before, but there's only one ride in Frontierland now.
Right.
So, you know, they need it just to eat people.
Yeah. Wonder if they'll do it on Mother's Day around there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to go on a Disney cruise.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a good thing we're not on the
Adventure.
Yeah.
Adventure. Yeah, it was a...
All right. So the story is there was a cruise that went out, I think it was the 16th to the 19th or 20th, whatever.
Right.
9 people on the cruise got gastroenteritis.
Mm-hmm.
That's out of 6,000.
Yeah, I don't really think that's a
so
really big
I don't
number.
know. And it also was, now again, 10 days ago, with no more reports. So
right,
I don't know. Somebody got on the ship that was sick and
just passed
touched
it.
up. Yep, it happens.
It does happen,
but all the usual suspects did stories on it.
Of course,
we'll mention it.
Yeah.
If you're going on the Disney adventure, wash your hands.
Exactly. Maybe carry extra sanitizer.
Right.
Yeah. Be a little more due diligent. That's all.
It is weird because it's a little different because it's all sea days. So, once you get on, you're with those people.
Right.
All the time. So It doesn't surprise me. It's also 9 people out of 6,000. Or as someone responded to the original story, 9 out of approximately 50,000 people who have already been on that ship.
Right.
Which is like 0.018%. It's really not that many.
Yeah, exactly.
So more people get colds at Disney World every time they come than that.
Yes. They did announce the Disney Legends.
They did. It's an interesting list.
It is.
Some of them I'm like, what?
Yeah. You want me to read the list?
Sure.
Sure. Dwayne Johnson, Anne Hathaway, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Jerry Bruckheimer.
Jerry Bruckheimer, yeah.
Yeah. The Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Not just one, just the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Yep. Bob Iger, Alan Tudyk, Susan Egan, Eric Goldberg, Kim Irvine, and Chris Berman.
So some of these are interesting. Chris Berman, who, I don't know, retired, but like he's still on ESPN all the time, so I don't know. It's like becoming a senior judge when you're a federal judge.
Right.
So you retire, but you still work all the time. I feel like that's what Chris Berman is.
Right.
But I also understand, I mean, that's one of the original guys at ESPN, and he was there for a long time.
Yes.
And so, he could go all the way.
Yes. And he has a presence about him. Yep.
Kim Irvine, that's Leota
Leota Holmes.
Daughter.
Leota Holmes.
Yeah. Eric Goldberg, he animated the genie, among other things.
Mm-hmm.
But he also directed, was it Pocahontas? But I think he also did, because we saw him at that thing about Disney movies in the early 2000s. Okay,
Right.
he directed 2 sequences for Fantasia 2000, Rhapsody in Blue, and Carnival of the Animals. But I feel like he also did, like, maybe the Atlantis movie?
Yeah, I think that sounds familiar.
He did one of the movies in the early 2000s, and I feel like it was that. So anyway, he's done a lot.
Yes.
And is well-deserving of it. Susan Egan, probably as much for her Broadway work as for
Hercules.
As for Meg in Hercules. Alan Tudyk, who has been in every movie and television show that Disney has touched probably for the last 30 years.
Yes, he's amazing.
The annual meeting was really funny. So, like, first the chairman of the board spoke and thanked Bob Iger, and then Bob Iger had a video of him, like, standing around in front of the building in Burbank, and then Josh got on and talked about how great Bob Iger was. I understand it.
Right.
You know, the guy was there a long time.
Yes.
Twice. But yeah, it was kind of funny. And I don't know, I wasn't paying attention 20 or 25 years ago or whatever it was to know if they did the same thing with Eisner. But
yeah, I'd never.
It was just very funny. Jonas Brothers, I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I guess, yeah.
People like them.
Yeah.
Jerry Bruckheimer, mostly known Disney-wise because he did Pirates. Good for him. Producer.
Yeah.
Did a lot of stuff, but Pirates is his, like, Disney connection.
Right.
Lin-Manuel, you know. Anne Hathaway, kind of surprising to me because I feel like she did, like, 2 Disney movies, like, 20 years ago.
Yeah. But
that I didn't even realize were Disney movies, but okay, I guess they were.
Right. And and then Dwayne Johnson. And
The Rock, who in the last, like, few years has done 2 Moana movies, now a 3rd one coming up, and Jungle Cruise.
Yep.
So there you go. So that's our Disney legends. Yay! Yeah. Congratulations to all of them.
Yes.
Especially my boy Alan Tudyk. Arg, Steve.
Arg. That's the quiet one people don't know, that people forget he's in.
He was fantastic.
He was.
As Steve the Pirate.
I know, but people forget that he was in that movie.
You know what else he was great in? Suburgatory.
Yes.
That was an underrated series that
really
should have been on longer and disappeared.
And he was hilarious in that.
He was great. He was kind of a jerk, but he was an okay jerk.
Yeah, but you liked him.
Yeah. So, congratulations to all of them.
Yes.
So that's kind of the news.
Yeah.
I guess.
Kind of quiet.
I don't know. It's not much. Not much. Like I said, everything was kind of done. I mean, other construction stuff. They're working on the carousel, and they're tearing down Restaurantosaurus and that kind of stuff. You know, or at least tearing parts of it down, and
they're working.
That's going. They're working hard in Frontierland on villains and cars, and those are supposed to take forever.
Yeah, but Cars just looks like it's really starting to, like, come along, and just haven't heard much about villains, but that's okay.
Well, villains isn't somewhere where you can go look over a wall and see what's going on.
Right.
Especially right now with the wall there closing it off at Big Thunder. So
right. So
I did see there was some, I can't remember the name of it, BioReconstruct maybe, that does all the drone flyovers somehow.
Yeah. I don't know how they get away with that.
I don't either, because I was working in Monorail one day, and the security guard walks up, and he's like looking up. And he walks up and he goes, "They sent me over here because there's that drone up there." And he points up.
Yeah.
So they told me to come over here and keep an eye on it because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. But I'm keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
And apparently somebody had flown it over from Grand Flow.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's like all over the place. You can't do that on property.
Right.
But yeah. So they caught the guy, and I would assume he wasn't there much longer.
I'm assuming that as well.
But
he was very quickly asked to leave.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know how this guy manages to get these images, but he does get a lot of flyovers of some kind.
Yeah. I don't know.
And they're aware of it because everybody's aware of it because every Disney news source uses the guy's pictures.
Right.
So I know Disney knows.
Right.
Because I know that Disney's watching WDWNT and that Park Place, and the big ones that are all using it, Blog Mickey, whatever. So I don't know how he gets it, but he does. And so there were some new photos that the footprint is at least kind of developing
right
in Villains Land.
Mm-hmm.
Back to right here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. You know, yay.
Yay. New DVC resorts coming along too.
It is. They've like started painting the outside.
Yeah.
However, we know from the Island Tower that painting the outside does not mean it's close to being done.
No.
So, although I will tell you, when they started building it, I especially got to watch it while I was working at Monorail and having to ride the monorail over to Kingdom every day.
Right.
That once they decided to actually build it, it's going quick, you know, relatively speaking. So I'm excited about that one, actually.
I am too. All right.
So the first weekend of March.
Yes.
Was it? I guess it was.
It was the first weekend of March. Yes.
Yeah. We went over and we were able to get a room at the Drury.
Yes. We actually had a complimentary room.
We did, from the Main Street 16 last year. So at least we did not wait a year to use it.
Well, yeah, because it would have expired.
Right. So we managed to use it. And it was actually, it's funny, it was the second time this year that we tried to use it.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we did. So it actually made the Drury very affordable.
Yes.
Getting 2 nights for the price of 1.
Right.
They're really nice rooms. They're big
nice
rooms.
Mm-hmm.
They are, this one was the same. I don't know if they all are, or if we just always seem to get one in a weird spot. A very angled room, like even more so than the studios at Old QS.
Yeah, it was a weird angle.
But it's huge.
Yes.
You know, and we had a microwave, we had a refrigerator.
And it was there was two sinks.
2 sinks. We had a desk. You know,
we had a sofa
and a little table.
And a little chair, a little side chair.
Yeah. It was a really big room with a king-size bed. I think it was a king-size bed.
Yeah. Oh, and there was a dresser in there, too, which was right next to the desk.
Right.
And we got a balcony.
A balcony. Now, this time the view wasn't great. We were looking over I-4.
Yeah. But it's fine.
I really have no idea. And I notice this all the time, especially when I'm driving down I-4.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea where things in Disney Springs are.
Right.
They don't even feel like they face the right direction when you go behind them on I-4.
Yeah. And that's the thing is you don't realize how the road turns, like Hotel Plaza Boulevard, how hard it turns.
And there's a lot of Disney that's like that. Like in Magic Kingdom, Skippers, Diamond Horseshoe, Skippers, Club 33, all share a kitchen. And I think Liberty Square, Liberty Tree Inn, also shares that kitchen.
Yeah, which is bizarre.
They're all in the same building.
I know, but it doesn't...
It's just bizarre. You don't even think they're that close, but they're all together.
Right, because they're in different lands and they face a different way, and you wouldn't think that they back up to each other, but then if you logistically look at it from the top, they do.
It's very weird. Peter Pan is way closer to Hall of Presidents than you think it is. like way closer to Hall of Presidents than you think it is.
Yeah.
They could very easily touch. In fact, they kind of do. They kind of do. There's like a metal roof over the gap between them, so they kind of do. But they're very close together, and you don't realize that at all.
Right.
You know, it feels like a 5-minute walk, and it's not.
Right.
I mean, it can take that, especially if you got people with scooters and strollers in front of you, but it is not.
Right.
So we stayed at the Drury.
Mm-hmm.
We did not use Drury transportation.
No.
They are better with their shuttles than some of the other places we have stayed over there.
Oh, yes.
As far as timing and stuff, they have many more. They're also a very large hotel.
Yes, and they actually, you have the ability of signing up. You know, you go online and sign up so you can actually book your time. So it's not like all these people come up at the last minute and take your spot.
Right. We've talked about it before. At 5 o'clock every night, they open up the bar. You can get 2 beers or wines or mixed drinks per person. They have breakfast and
dinner.
We'll call it dinner. It's like a happy hour thing.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, real food. It's hot dogs and nacho bar and, you know, or taco bar and the breakfast in the morning. They've got, you know, it's more than a continental breakfast.
Right. And
although they do have
fresh
pastries and yogurt, stuff like that too.
But it's fresh. It's hot.
Yes.
I mean, it's constantly being refreshed because got a lot of people come to this.
It's much better than your typical hotel breakfast.
Right.
And it's all included in the price. So yes, it's a couple $100 a night. You know, which you're also on Disney property, even if you're not in a Disney hotel, you get early access.
Right. You're getting early entry. Right.
You know, so you are getting that kind of benefit, and the food makes it very advantageous.
If you have a family of 4, you eat breakfast, and then if you want to come back, eat a little bit of dinner, then go back and watch the fireworks later, or do the park later, you just saved a ton of money because you ate what was included in the hotel cost.
Right. So we don't stay there as much as we used to when it was Best Western and I had points, but we do stay there somewhat often-ish, a couple times a year probably.
I mean, the prices obviously have gone up than what they were when they first opened, but I still think it's a nice hotel.
Yeah, well, you know, parks are busy again.
But I mean, they have a nice pool. They have an outside, a bar with TVs. So they have sports, games and stuff on. Then there's a bar inside. They have like a little convenient type store that has, Starbucks and fresh foods and water.
Yeah, and they have almost a sports bar. Wings, hamburgers, sandwiches, full bar, many TVs to sit down and watch a game.
Right.
It's a nice place.
Yeah.
And it's convenient.
Very convenient. Yes.
So we enjoyed staying there. Especially we were able to get it pretty last minute, like within the week.
Yeah.
So the first night we got there, we went and checked in. We checked in early, 2 o'clock maybe?
Yeah.
Not even 2 o'clock, earlier than that. And got our room.
Yeah, so we were able to throw our stuff up there.
Yeah. We had dropped the dogs off on the way over, and we got there, a few minutes apart, but you were able to go and get us checked in and
and get our parking passes
do all of
and
that.
everything. Now, just to let you know, they do have a parking fee.
Right.
It's like $28 a day. So, but the convenience of it, you can come and go, but
yeah, and it's gated parking.
Yeah,
it's safe.
Yeah,
we went to EPCOT. We were chill on this trip.
Very chill. We really didn't have a lot of plans other than the meals. We planned the meals. That was it.
We were in EPCOT for 7 hours. On Friday, March 6th, 7 hours. We never got past the UK pavilion. So we got there, Command Performance was just finishing a set. And some people moved, and there was a bench
In the shade.
In the shade over there between the two swan topiaries.
Yeah, because it was warm when the sun was out, yeah.
Rose and Crown you were able to walk into. There wasn't a line outside in there, and there wasn't again last night. The line outside the building.
Yeah.
Which is abnormal to me.
Yeah.
So we went to Rose and Crown, got a drink, went over, sat and watched Command Performance finish their set.
Mm-hmm.
One of us went to Rose and Crown, got more drinks.
Mm-hmm.
We watched Command Performance again. The other one of us went over, got drinks. We watched Command Performance again. So we ended up seeing them 3 times.
Yes.
They don't lie. It is a different set every single time.
Right.
It was very good. They were very good. I think everybody in the band, maybe not the bassist, 3 of the 4 guys sang.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a good set.
Yeah.
It wasn't the usual group.
Right.
Mostly because those guys, I know that night were playing like in Titusville or somewhere.
Right.
Close, but not that close. So it was kind of the B team, but they were very good, and it was actually the same 4 guys that were there last night.
Yes.
Now, maybe because the other guys are playing other places on weekends.
Right. Which is fine.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
They're still a good band, and they're tight. You know, and they play a great variety of music.
And they get a good crowd.
They do. It's always crowded back in there.
Mm-hmm. And then we already had dinner planned for Rose and Crown.
Yeah.
And
8:00, give or take.
Right. And we had tried to get the fireworks package. Couldn't get it because those sell out super fast.
Because it's Rose and Crown.
Right. So I had gone up and asked them, I'm like, do you guys get cancellations? And they're like, if we do, we put up a little sign. Everything. She goes, what's your name? And I said, Dave's. And she's like, okay, well, I'll keep an eye out for you. I'm like, okay, thanks. I appreciate it. I said, it is kind of my birthday weekend and, figured I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
Worked out to our benefit.
Yeah. So when we, checked in and they said, your table's ready. We went over and they put us right on the upper level of the outdoor patio, right in front of the barges, the main, part of Luminous.
Right.
And we didn't have to pay for the
fireworks
package. So, yay.
Yay.
And they came and pulled up the vinyl and then turned the heaters on because it was cold.
It got cold, yeah.
It got cold. And same thing last night.
Mm-hmm.
They came and turned the heaters on without anybody asking.
Yeah.
I actually asked on yours. I was like, now that you guys have done that, any chance we can get that heater there?
Yeah.
Because it got cold quick. It was windy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were able to sit there. They did not rush us. We were there for, an hour and 45 minutes or whatever. So it wasn't abnormally long.
Right.
But once we got the table, and again, same thing happened last night. They were like, no rush. You guys are here now. So, fireworks start in 40 minutes,
Right.
So, we sat and watched the fireworks there.
Had a great view of it. So I got some really cool pictures of it when it was during certain parts because I've seen it enough, I know when certain fireworks things that are super cool.
Right.
I got really good pictures of it. So.
Yeah. And when it ended, we headed back out to the front and went home.
Yeah.
So the next day.
Yes.
We kind of just chilled out. We weren't in any real hurry.
Mm-mm.
We went to Hollywood Studios. We did not ride any rides.
No, this whole thing.
Again.
Yeah.
We did not see any shows.
No.
But we had a reservation around 4:00 at the Hollywood Brown Derby.
Right.
And like I said, first time I have been there must be since before COVID. Because they've been dead to me ever since they got rid of the hamburger.
Yeah. We may have done a Christmas lunch and you tried a salad or something.
I haven't been in there.
Okay.
We had talked about doing the Jollywood Nights thing and had heard it really wasn't worth the money, at least that first year.
Right.
And haven't talked about it even since.
Yeah.
But we had Hollywood Brown Derby.
Mm-hmm.
So that was on the Fantasmic package.
Right.
Server comes up. So you get entree, dessert, and a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Over 21, alcoholic beverage included.
Right.
And she goes, so you're on the dining package, or not the dining, the package. She goes, so, this is good, but if you really want your money, get the filet.
Right.
If you want your money's worth. So that is what we did. We got the filet, both of us.
Yes.
It was fantastic.
Fantastic. And we also got charcuterie, but it was like different charcuterie.
So we started off with a charcuterie board that is not on the menu.
Yeah.
Have they legitimately gotten rid of it in the last 2 weeks? 3 weeks? Okay, so I am very confused, but we got a charcuterie board that was on the top of the menu when we were there. That is no longer on the menu available online.
Yeah.
So maybe it has changed in the last 3 weeks. Every time I go to that restaurant and find something I like, they get rid of it.
Well, I will say, I did not see the escargot on the menu, and it's on there now, up on appetizers.
So maybe they changed it.
Yeah.
Charcuterie board was really good, and it wasn't that expensive.
No.
Anyway, it is not on the menu anymore, so surprise.
But it was good.
But it was good. If it ever comes back, it was good.
Yes.
We both got the filet mignon with a rhubarb red wine demi-glace, Yukon gold potatoes, and braised endive. I'm not going to lie. Those were really good mashed potatoes.
Yes.
And I don't know why that is. And the server said the same thing, our waitress.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know why they're so good, but they're good.
Just so good.
Even without the sauce, they were really good potatoes. It's stupid. They're mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, they were delish.
The whole dinner was fantastic. Now, it was for something that we ate, but it was fantastic. We got the add-on for $12, the braised wild mushrooms with shallots, tarragon, veal stock, and truffle butter.
And fantastic add-on.
For $12, we both ate mushrooms and we took mushrooms home. Mm-hmm. It was a huge bowl.
Yes.
For that $12. Mm-hmm. I would go in there and just order that.
Right.
I love mushrooms like that, but there were so many for that $12.
Yes.
For dessert, I got the orange hazelnut chocolate cake.
Yes.
Chocolate olive oil cake, hazelnut cream, coffee whipped cream, praline cookie crumble, orange panna cotta, and chocolate sauce. Holy God.
And we took it to go. Because we were both
so full. Because we were done.
Yeah.
But man, was it good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, was it good for breakfast later.
And then I got the decadent chocolate cake.
Right. Towering chocolate cake, dark chocolate mousse, whipped ganache.
It took me 3 days to eat that.
It was very rich.
But it was really good.
But they both traveled well, even still having time in the park as we did.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of time just kind of hanging around.
Yes.
Doing our thing. Mm-hmm. And we went to Fantasmic. I don't understand Fantasmic right now. I mean, I understand the show. It's not that.
What don't you understand?
Why it starts a half hour after the park closes.
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I know that EPCOT does fireworks at close.
Right. Which makes sense. But why after? Because then, so it starts half hour after close. It's a 25 or 27-minute show.
Yeah.
And then you have to get everybody out. By that time, it's an hour after close. By the time the show ends.
I will go back to the point that I have made before, which is we have had, on a night the park closed at 9 o'clock, a 9:45 OGA's reservation.
Right.
Which means you're not getting out of there until 10:30.
Yeah.
On a night the park closed at 9 o'clock.
Right.
So, I mean, good for them.
Right.
But I don't understand it.
No, I don't either.
So, anyway, right now, Fantasmic is 9:30.
9:30.
Isn't it 10 o'clock? Park closes at 9:30.
And Fantasmic is at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, what I thought. Tonight, Sunday, March 29th, showtimes are 8:30 and 10 o'clock. Park closes at 9:30.
Right.
So the park closes at 9:30, you are not getting people out of there by 11 o'clock.
Nope.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Especially because doesn't the Skyliner only run
an hour and a half after park
so
close?
90 minutes? It runs until 11.
Mm-hmm.
But you have people that aren't getting out of there by 11. So it's interesting.
They could.
They could if they try to.
Yes. Like if they're coming from Fantasmic, they'll make the Skyliner. But if they have...
Not if they stop.
Yeah.
And go into stores or whatever.
Right.
Because all that stuff stays open too.
Yep.
So, I don't know, it's interesting to me. You know, even... It was a big deal always when Magic Kingdom fireworks would be at close.
Mm-hmm.
But a huge deal.
Yeah.
You know, as far as the crowd and stuff. And they do it every night after close.
Mm-hmm.
So, good for them.
Yeah, but okay.
Fantasmic, we don't really need to talk about Fantasmic. It's awesome.
It's amazing. I love it.
I wish I had seen it in California so I could compare.
I know.
Didn't get to do that.
No, I still cry. I still cry.
But it was a great show.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something the other day.
What?
Online, and it was not like a secret.
Okay.
Like it was online. Now, I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay.
But they said that Ariel in Fantasmic is the highest paid friend of a Disney princess.
I had heard that as well.
Because of having to sit on that rock.
Yes.
Which I find interesting.
Like, for example, on the riverboat, she has to be covered up special.
How is that more dangerous than sitting on the top of the Peter Pan float?
I don't know. Or,
although I have never heard of Tinkerbell falling off, and Ariel apparently did a few weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Not into the water, but fell off the rock.
Oh. Or how about Tinkerbell flying on the wire?
That's different. And maybe the excuse for that is Tinkerbell's not a princess.
Oh, that's true.
But that's a different issue. We're talking about
princess.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Princess performers, not
right.
Stunt women. You know.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I heard was that Ariel is the highest paid.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Next day we packed up and left. That was it. That was our whole trip.
That was my birthday weekend.
Was go see fireworks, eat dinner, and see fireworks. That's literally what we did.
And I'm fine with that. And had a few drinks. It's fine.
We did, yeah. I honestly don't remember what we did at Hollywood Studio.
We really didn't do much. We didn't get there till like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, but we still had, again, 7 hours until the show started.
Yeah, you're right. I really don't.
I don't know what we did. I can't. Let me see if I can find pictures. I just don't feel like I can even. We had pictures because we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Today we talked about nothing. Literally the only pictures I have
are the menu from Brown Derby.
3 pictures of the inside of Brown Derby and the menu. By the way, there's your charcuterie board, $23.
Yeah.
Meats, cheeses, and accompaniments.
I thought it was a special menu for the Fantasmic thing, so maybe it's only available on the Fantasmic thing. Because she gave us a special menu.
I don't think that's true because everything on it had a price.
Yeah. But, okay.
And if it was a special menu for the thing, the entrees would not have had a price.
That's true.
Anyway, the charcuterie board was separate from the appetizers and listed at the top of the thing. Maybe it's still there. If it is, $23. Get it.
Get it. It's delicious.
Yeah, it was really high quality goat's cheese and blue cheese and whatever else.
Yeah.
There were, but it was very, very good.
Yeah. And I don't remember anything else we did.
We got some pictures in front of the theater.
Yes, we did.
But,
we went and saw the Hopper
we
previews.
did go see the Hopper preview, so we did see a show.
Yeah.
We went and saw the preview for Hoppers, and we walked through the One Man Stream, which, by the way, hit differently. Having been to Disneyland to see some of the stuff in person, it actually was kind of cooler. So, yeah, that's a thing.
Yes.
At least for me. I think that's all we got for this week.
That is about it.
Since then, we went to Raglan Road for St. Patrick's Day, only several days early.
Right.
But they were already celebrating and already had all the bands and everybody in, and they were in their St. Patrick's Day costumes. And,
right.
Yeah. We went on the 14th.
Yeah.
That's
a week later we went.
The Buzz Lightyear preview, that was cool. Go check it out on Facebook. I got a bunch of videos up there.
Yep.
One of kind of the whole ride through. Like I edited it down to something like 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It's about a 4.5 minute ride. 4:15, 4:30, somewhere in there.
Okay.
In that gap. And then we went to Rose and Crown again last night.
Yes.
And again, didn't go past England, the UK.
Yeah.
But that was different because we didn't get there until 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that was a little different. We were there specifically for dinner because. Right. For the same reason that there were cast members all around the restaurant when we were there. Yeah. So anyway, it's spring break and Disney is feeling it right now.
Yes.
It is packed everywhere. It is packed everywhere. And it was on the, whatever it was, 21st when I worked, so a week ago. It was packed until the sun went down and the temperature got to like 65, and then Tiana's is not busy anymore.
Right.
Pretty much every night.
Yep.
Especially if you catch it during the parade also. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
For those who want a secret. Like literally, during the parade it's 10 minutes. 5 minutes after the parade, it's an hour.
Right.
Boom. Gone. But that's going to do it for this week. Episode 248. I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yes.
Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in, listening to us, supporting the show. Easiest way to support the show, just tell somebody about us. Go check out our Facebook group or our Instagram. Instagram is Mickeyphile_podcast. Facebook group is
the Mickeyphile
Improvement District. On TikTok, we are also Mickeyphile_podcast. You can check us out there if you're into TikTok instead of Instagram. If you want to send us an email for any reason, show idea, questions, comments, concerns, want to be on the show, whatever, Mickeyphile Podcast, all one word, @gmail.com. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.